For our project, we decided to compare and contrast the companies Nike and Adidas.
Throughout the years, Nike and Adidas were pretty even until 2004 when Nike acquired Starter. Nike also had a large jump in 2005 when they launched the Jordan 20 shoe. Nike is expanding women's apparel, especially sports bras and tights. Sales of Nike training and running apparel for women grew by double digits in the last quarter, outpacing the men's business. The company also released a new couture-style collection with offbeat items like skirts and lace-trimmed jerseys. Women in their 20s and 30s are largely driving the athleisure trend, in which customers buy leggings with the intent of wearing them to the gym, errands, and brunch. Nike says the women's line could add $2 billion in additional sales by 2017.
Nike gets young athletes to wear its products through sponsorships with local leagues, clubs, and federations. It also sees partnerships with professional athletes as an important way to draw in young customers. All NFL teams currently wear Nike gear. The brand also has partnerships with scores of famous athletes, including basketball star Kobe Bryant and tennis champion Roger Federer.
You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to get out of your neighborhood. You're not supposed to believe you can do it. Yeah, you were told you were going to be one of the greats. But they told so many others the same thing. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to pass the ball so much. Or play like a giant. No matter what. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to play 40 minutes and make up 40 feet. Make a defensive play, a defining moment of your career. You're not even supposed to be here. And yet, here you are.
New running shoes include the Lunar Tempo, which is designed for distance runners. Nike is also innovating running apparel to better compete with Lululemon, Under Armour, and Adidas. The company also revamped its Nike Plus running app. Nike Plus lets runners track their route, distance, pace, time, and calories. It also lets them share photos and compare progress with their friends. Nike sponsors grassroots running events around the world to recruit new customers.
Adidas' strongest consumer market is with the 20 to 29-year-old age group who are athletes or people who are passionate about sports. The company is focused on targeting and strengthening its brand with the next generation of athletes in the 14 and 19-year-old age group. Adidas believes this target group is the most influential consumer group in the world. From a geographical standpoint, Adidas uses a tactic referred to as geographic marketing. Geographic marketing allows Adidas to market specific products to certain places throughout the world. For example, Adidas soccer cleats, commercials, and ads are seen more in Europe as opposed to America because soccer, or better known as football, isn't as popular or as publicized in the United States as Europe and other external countries. The most successful and most applied segmentation strategy used by Adidas has been psychographic segmentation, which appeals to our personalities, attitudes, motives, and even our lifestyles. For Adidas, their aim is to not only appeal to the younger generation, but even to baby boomers as well. Adidas is primarily targeting sports participants, including those at the highest level of their sport, as well as non-athletes who are inspired by or really love sports. Adidas has a long history of providing athletic footwear and apparel for athletes at all sports levels.
Nike and Adidas are sportswear companies whose products are popular around the world. While Nike has the upper hand in sales and sponsorships, Adidas is growing. Adidas owns Reebok, TaylorMade Golf Company, and Rockport. Nike owns the Jordan brand, Umbro, Harley, Converse, and Cole Haan. When you look at these two companies, they are very similar but also very different. Nike focuses more on providing comfort and fashion for the consumer, and the Adidas focuses on sports performance and just on all-around better quality. Both of them are needs, not wants, so consumers buy to try to fit with their style. Both brands are expensive and similar in price, but it comes down to what the consumer finds better.
Nike's target markets are basketball and running. Adidas's focus is more on soccer and tennis. Nike's pretty much ahead when it comes to athlete sponsorships. Adidas is behind the competition. Nike's markets are more on domestic but have expanded internationally. Adidas is well known around the world but is primarily focused on Europe. Nike outsources its products from Taiwan and Korea. Adidas outsources theirs in Asia as well, but in undisclosed locations. Nike has its headquarters in Beaverton, where all developments are made. Adidas's development is currently being managed in Germany.
Nike and Adidas are two of the biggest and most prominent sports brands, always trying to sign endorsement deals with the greatest names in major sports. Athlete endorsement deals date back decades ago, and the first big deal was signed between American giants Nike and Michael Jordan, some 30 years ago, which was worth $500,000 a year.
You'll never be good enough or big enough. You'll never make it with the big boys in the big league. You'll never leave your little hometown, and you'll never make it overseas, definitely not in first class. You'll never score with your head or your right foot. You'll never even stay on your feet. And when you do go down, you'll never get back up. You'll never win a FIFA Ballon d'Or, and no way Paul. You'll never break a record, and no way all of them. Forget about them chanting your name or wearing it on their backs. You'll never be a champion of champions, a hero, a legend. You'll never be the greatest, and never the greatest player that's ever lived.
Nike and Adidas have some of the largest athlete endorsements in the world, with 4 of the top 15 going to Nike, including Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Adidas comes in 5th with Lionel Messi and 8th with Derrick Rose. Adidas owns the world of soccer, but Nike recently came in strong in the World Cup by signing deals with Brazil, England, Greece, France, and the US. Adidas held strong in countries including Argentina, Germany, Spain, Mexico, and Russia.
While Nike had a successful incline from 2006 to 2009, especially in 2009 when they launched the Nike Yeezy 1s, Adidas, however, had a slight downturn in the year 2007, but did come up again in 2010. Nike remained successful until the year 2012 when they decided to sell Umbro and drop the Yeezy 2. In 2013, however, Nike sold Kohan, increasing their sales by $20 billion when they released the new Yeezy 2 Red October, and continue on an uptrend throughout today's times. Adidas, however, remained steady and continued to do so through today.
Between the two companies, Nike and Adidas, which company do you prefer over the other and why?
I prefer Nike. I think it's more stylish and it's more comfortable.
Okay, thank you. Okay, between the two companies, Nike and Adidas, which company do you prefer over the other and why?
It really doesn't matter. Like, I got this shirt because it was free, and I got the Nikes because they looked cool. So whichever one's, I guess, cheaper.
Okay. Between the two companies, Nike and Adidas, which company do you prefer over the other and why?
My name is Stephen Harvey, and I prefer Adidas because it is more comfortable to me.
Okay. Between the two companies, Nike and Adidas, which company do you prefer over the other and why?
I'd probably say I like Nike more because like there's more options and I think it's more stylish.
Alright, Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Nike. Nike.
Nike.
Nike.
Nike.
This concludes our presentation on Nike versus Adidas.
Thank you for listening, and back to you, Dr. Cunningham.